Bwana, Sudan's war just dropped another bombshell. This time not from the sky, but from the rapid support forces themselves. The same group accused of brutality in El-Fasher now says they've arrested their own fighters for war crimes. Imagine that, catching your own soldiers after months of chaos. Some call it justice, others call it showbiz. But what's really cooking behind this sudden discipline? Today on Global Pulse News, we break it down. The capture of El-Fasher, the shocking killings, the viral arrest of Abu Lulu, and why this moment could change the war. Or fool the world. Sasa, let's vibe with the facts. When RSF finally took El-Fasher after more than 500 days of siege, it was like thunder in a dry season. That city was the army's last stronghold in North Darfur, and when it fell, everyone knew this war had flipped. RSF soldiers marched through the streets, chanting victory songs, waving flags, while terrified civilians hid indoors. Analysts said, "Apo sasa, the balance of power is gone." The takeover made RSF look unstoppable, but as we all know, power without control can burn faster than bushfire. But immediately after that victory, something dark began surfacing. Eyewitnesses began sending videos, terrifying scenes, my friend. Fighters shooting civilians, houses burning, hospitals hit. Some clips even showed men in RSF uniform executing prisoners. The world gasped. But in Sudan, many simply said, "I say, this is Darfur all over again." Human rights groups screamed for investigations, saying the violence looked ethnically targeted. The smell of revenge was heavy in the air, and suddenly, the liberators looked like tormentors. And then, out of nowhere, the RSF pulled a stunt no one saw coming. Out pops a video, RSF officials announcing they'd arrested their own fighters for war crimes. You heard me right. They even showed a man called Abu Lulu, handcuffed and quiet, the same guy who went viral on TikTok shooting civilians. The RSF claimed the arrest was done professionally under orders from General Hemeti. To outsiders, it sounded like justice in action. But to many Sudanese, it felt like a well-edited movie. Because, come on, since when do militias arrest themselves and call it human rights reform? But once the cameras stopped rolling, people started asking hard questions. Human rights experts didn't buy it. They said RSF was trying to clean its image before international eyes. Some activists mocked it online, "You can't arrest one man for what 1,000 did." Others called it a scapegoat game, a tactic to make the world forget the real issue, systematic killings. Even inside Sudan, people whispered, "Hii si haki, ni show tu." For them, it was political theater dressed up as discipline. But to be fair, even theater can shift something if the audience is watching.
Still, some observers say maybe, just maybe, this moment could open a door. If RSF feels pressure to show accountability, it proves that global outrage works. Every tweet, every report, every camera matters. Sudanese citizens are desperate for any sign that justice isn't dead. Maybe the arrest was for PR, maybe not, but it set a new bar. If warlords know the world is watching, they act differently, even if only to fake decency. Hapo ndipo tunasema pressure inafanya kazi bwana. Yet the big question remains, does this change the war's direction? The RSF arrest saga shows how messy modern warfare has become. Propaganda, social media, and public image are now as powerful as bullets. If El-Fasher's horrors lead to even one real trial, that's a miracle. But if not, Sudan may slide deeper into division. RSF in Darfur, army in Khartoum, and civilians in tears. For Africa, it's a warning. Justice delayed becomes justice denied. Tanzania, Kenya, Malawi, everyone's watching, learning, and praying Sudan finds its peace. So Jamani, what's your take? Real justice or smart acting? And that's your global pulse from Africa's heart. Sudan's RSF arrests sound impressive, but whether it's real accountability or just another performance, only time will tell. Stay locked with @GlobalPulse News for bold African storytelling that cuts through the noise. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think the RSF means business or just saving face? Like the video, subscribe and share to keep the African voice loud and proud. Oh, and hey, check our sister channels at Sparkling Kids and at Rayma Fatma. Let's grow together, teach, laugh, and be one big online family.